this tablet on charge yesterday as well.
Not that I was aware of. Right. Not going to do the intro crap. I'm here. Soul Reaver 2. Here we go. Alright. I think the bunny sleeps. What is he? You think he's crashed? Yeah, probably. I'll get a message on Discord in a minute saying he's out. He's gone out like a light. No worries.
First like, let's go.
Very much. 3 streams in 1 day. No, is Blade feeling well? Shut it. Right. Oops. I left my data on there. I don't care. Right. Soul Reaver 2. I'm getting straight into it. So start new game.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will.
Just say 3rd stream of the night.
I found the tomb of Sarafan Kane. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel. And his enemies even closer.
Done.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kane. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No, I'm just letting you know that's because of this.
You nearly had me, Raziel.
Sister.
But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds.
Honestly, guys, I am so sorry. This is like the third stream set I've had to do today. I'm honestly in a... Oh, I don't care. After playing this, I'm going to want to go back on my private copy of number 3 or Low Oath. Because anyone's that problem, I'm not fucking dragging it back into the legend again.
Pawn and Messiah.
I need to do you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Please no.
Time span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
His face cannot look any flipping creepier, it'd be unreal. Honestly, guys, I'm not joking. Can we just get...
Am I?
Can we get our likes back?
Yeah, can you honestly... I'm not joking, guys, and I am sorry I have to keep repeating the same thing, but... You know what the... Uh-oh.
Very
Oh,
well,
sorry.
old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
But this is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated.
So
Strangely,
just did
it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Really?
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
While he's talking, mate, it's
How is
actually
it
giving me a
that you know
chance to
my
sort
name?
out the flipping...
We have never met.
On the
previous two?
contrary,
Yeah.
Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Cain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
I don't see a pin yet.
Are we
By the
within
way.
the storm
Alright,
of
I'm
the
trying to
Sarafan
keep up,
priesthood?
man.
Yes,
Trust
but
me.
the glorious days
I
of the
know,
Sarafan
I
have
know.
long since passed. I'm afraid.
This is what annoys me, is
This
that
is a
you,
more
like, you know, YouTube's
cynical
meant to be a
and
platform
indecorous
for
age.
all creators, yeah?
My mercenary
You might as well
army
have
now
just said,
inhabits this
yeah,
stronghold.
until we let the
strive to
robots
honor
take
the
over,
memory
then
of
you
the
can all
Sarafan
shove off.
with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me, sir? Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Cain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Cain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment
Are we going
of the
to ask
divine
if the old
force
man
which
remembers
preserves
Loki?
the life of our world.
Get out.
We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Cain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance
Meadows.
turns.
Yes.
I know you
I
don't know it,
believe
but
you
just
have
for tonight,
already
with
endured the
Twitter,
wasteland wrought by his
just check
terrible,
out the
selfish
two that
decision.
have left comments and shit.
Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be
Was it on
human,
the recent
Raziel.
reason, or
Yeah, today.
But you can re-embrace the
so
essence
no,
of
the
your
one
humanity
from hour
and the
ago,
nobility
or
of your
Right, the one from an hour ago that's
heritage.
hidden, and
Go
you get
to
the
him,
one
Raziel,
if you go in the
and end
notifications
this.
of someone call me
But
Cherry,
first,
I think they're called.
You will need to find
going,
your way
"Hi,"
out
with a
of the
Pikachu.
stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
it doesn't show up. I see the notification.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings
I'll come back
and
to it another
noticed a
time.
second time streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was
What did I
significant.
miss after you finished the photo
I have
game?
not yet
I've
discovered.
only read- Nothing, I've only not even started yet. Right, here we go.
You just basically joined at the perfect timing.
This one's going to be a little bit more interesting and easy. Take your sword, wait. Raziel. There we go. Take the sword because that's so much better. You freaking clack it in! At least with this one, I don't have to worry about them getting back up again.
There it is.
Ugh.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest.
What? What's going on
This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Cain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
I'm gonna use the dodge on them, not that easy. I'll tell you that much now. If anyone's wondering, yes, I have played this in the past. Straight from is though, never finished it because the copy I had as a kid, so I was about 13, probably, I don't know. I got to a certain area and the game froze and never played again. So, you know, I partly know what the title of this is going to be. Oh yeah. Funny.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Thanks, Spectrum.
There's one.
What's he done?
I
Hey,
saw the comment on the first one.
Hey, Cookie. Right, I'm gonna bother this one because quite honestly, waste of time. I'm just gonna go straight through this door.
As I
There's a
neared
comment
the
on the first
stronghold's
one.
inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me.
Right, Cookie's in the
An
shower.
indescribable feeling
Cookie,
of
cookie,
displacement,
cookie,
a
cookie.
sense of vertigo, as reality itself
God, my
began to
hand
warp
hurts.
and
So I'm
bend
doing a
around me.
subtotal
The
like on each
disturbance
one.
seemed to emanate from
You
the
got 8 on the
sanctuary's
first
furthest
one.
chapel.
Yep.
As I cautiously
8 on
approached,
the second
a
one.
sense of
Well, it says 9 on my
dislocation
end, but who's
intensified
counting?
each
So
step.
16 in total.
Then you're
So this was
currently
the
on
tomb
5
of
for this
beloved
one.
King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Cain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Cain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Cain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Cain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Cain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Cain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To
You
strike
call that thing
me
a god?
down
Jesus Christ.
would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger.
Get it, Dave? Get it, Dave?
Literally, every time it does that, I think I know what the title of this one's going to be.
Janos Ordrin, reputed to
Oh,
have been
my
the most ancient
matron.
and diabolical.
No, it's going to be the
vampire
Soul
who
Reaver
ever
2.
existed.
The Reaver is
According
horny.
to folklore, he lived
That's what I'm
high in
actually
the
calling
cliffs
it.
of
I don't care if I get in
Nosgoth's
trouble
northern
for it.
mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his
There
throbbing
it goes.
heart.
No, he's a real
Still
he's a
in his
person. He's just got different
This blade
abilities.
came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Right. Yep. So it's circle to summon it. Yeah. Okay. So I've now got to be... Well, if everyone notices, my health has gone down because the Soul Reaver took everything. So now I've got this thing that if it gets too in the air in a certain area, it will kill me. So now I've got to watch entirely and rely on my environment, not the Reaver. Oh, smashing.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely
so
contain
my
it.
HP will basically regenerate if I drain this, I
I
devour the souls of my enemy. So it has to be, so I have to kill them with the environment. If I use the Soul Reaver, the Reaver's just going to take the soul for itself. So it's either it eats or I eat. One of the two. That's why it gives you the options in this one to actually use different weapons. Missed. So I think with this game, it was more, you've got to think on your toes. It's either you give yourself the soul to keep your HP up in full health, or you let the Reaver have it. And the only time when I first played it years ago is I would only use the Reaver if one, there was no weapons nearby, and two, I was desperate. And to get the upgrades, you can, the Reaver gets an upgrade as you play. So there's none of that stuff where I have to look for it. I can actually... Does anyone know where the reference... Well, go back to the beginning. Yeah, well, I remember it from the Digimon movie.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Cain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. And if Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Maybe this time I won't have to keep staring at Raziel's gooch. Every time I go for a swim.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
What was that?
Don't worry.
What? Athena? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be resting?
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
And you got 15 likes. Are you kidding me? Right, don't pay attention to that other save file. What do you mean I got to
Hang on.
refresh? Oh, sweet Mary, mother and we got the 15.
Dislike?
Meadow.
No, it's fine.
Well, hate to burst your bubble, but expert mode is one player. Basically,
While I
what's
had only
happened is
just escaped the
this is
storm,
done.
I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place.
Alright,
Infiltrating the
Athena.
fortress, however, would be no small
Take care of
feat.
yourself,
The
alright?
balcony that had provided my
I
escape
don't want
was
to find
now
out.
well
I don't
beyond
want
my
to
reach,
find out you've been
leaving
streaming
this
again.
massive gateway as
I
the
saw
only
you
means
stream
of
last
entry.
night, mate. I'd
The
honestly
gates
say
were
take
sealed,
another week off.
But like the time streaming chamber
What
I
other
had
save
seen
file?
earlier,
Good
their
good one,
operation
Sharp.
was
Thank you.
undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Night.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, the button did not want to do that. You are the monkey's bum. What? Okay. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky with the high jump because it is literally L2, not L1. God, that's going to be an absolute ass. Oh, I can't believe you guys. I think honestly that's going to be the first and only stream that's ever going to hit 15. Do you know what I mean? I don't honestly have to fight everyone. I don't get any benefit from killing everyone, so I could just run.
Over there.
And only deal with ones if they are in my way. These guys aren't. I can just run right past them and get out of here. It means the other set file is not check it. Thanks, I wasn't even trying. See if you can catch me first. Whoop! Don't need a dog up me bum for crying out loud, man. Wait, did I miss what did I miss as I was checking out Futaba? Athena pop in for 1 second and then 2. Yeah,
No,
not
let
much.
her find out. Let her find out. Okay?
These
Yeah.
vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in
She
Kane's
really
derelict
wants to know.
empire.
Let her find
They
out.
seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era,
It's Demi who
vampires
asked
were
that
clearly
question,
not the
anyway.
uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted
And Mars
mercilessly and
said it
oppressed.
well anyway.
And while I still believed that
bit-
vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade.
I know what you're
This
gonna
was
say.
simply ruthless persecution.
This dog off my butt.
Anyway, I thought you were asleep.
Hold. Missed us getting us so sucked by a leech. Oh, God. Okay.
We were told you was asleep.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Cain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Cain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Cain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Cain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nukraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nukraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the Circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Cain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we?
We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. As the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. That's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Cain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Cain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently, sir. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day, it lands on its edge.
Okay, let's keep moving.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand. Why I had so willingly allowed Cain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Cain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had
You said let's
secrets to
get moving,
divulge,
and there's a
I was determined to
What?
expose them.
there's a terrorizer thing. In my head, it's that the little tune he made up, and then he screams like a little girl.
Pass.
Oh, it's in my head. I'm
Looks
trying.
like Blind Meadow will be doing Donkey Kong vs. Mario. Yeah.
Baby. Oh, hi, Prime.
Prime has played this one. He's trying to see if anyone else apart from me and him knows what the third option is.
I doubt anyone does, to be fair.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here. From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door.
I like on how the souls look in skulls than the balls of energy in the first game. Yeah, I know, right? Like I said, if they're not in my way, I don't have to kill them. And these things just respawn last time I checked. So I could just dodge them. Clearly just get out of... Oh, hang on, I think I made it. Nope, going the right way. And here we are, right at the bottom of the pillars.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Cain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Here we go.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
Oh, I don't know what's going on, Cookie. YouTube's just
Impudence is
screwing
unworthy
me.
of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Cain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Cain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Cain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the
I'm
wheel
not doing it
must
a fourth
turn.
time.
Death is inexorable and cannot be denied.
I'm not doing it full time.
Your
Three's
destiny
enough.
is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast. End the vampire's parasitic curse and restore Nosgoth. Kane's blood belongs on your hands.
Kane indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kane destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Can I just check?
Hmm?
Is it this the sort of game that has more dialogue to?
Yeah,
So it's going to be that sort of game today.
pretty much. Kind of wish it would do subtitles, but unfortunately it doesn't.
It's a bit of a pain, but to get some.
Let's put it this way, this is the only way you can actually look at them.
Yeah, no, you don't want to keep doing that, do you?
No. What I might do quickly... Oh yeah, that doesn't
See,
change, sorry.
there is a I say possible. Right. But it involves using OBS at the same time.
That is...
So you know the program UCJC use?
Vaguely.
Destroy Kane.
It should be able to work. I don't know, like I said, it's a possible way.
We'll see. Does anyone here know why the Soul Reaver is so important in this game series?
Not a lot of people know this game, mate. I will point that out.
We'll see how far I can go up until, say, 10. And if I can get to another save point, then that's it for the night. And then...
Yeah, no more 4th of stream. Nah.
No, because then we've got to flipping do... well...
We gotta log into, Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I'm talking about the fact that now, instead of doing Digimon, we gotta do Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Then you gotta reset that. Then I would recommend, instead of doing your usual gameplay, confirm my theory of what I read, because I might have misread it.
What theory? What?
That the hot expert level was only for one player.
Yeah, alright.
So we've got some stuff to do.
Somehow I'm actually paying attention.
No, Prime, sorry. It's just I can understand you're excited about the game and trying to make a chat. But I'm just also making the comment, I don't think a lot of people knew about this game. Put it this way, I didn't until he started playing it. Yeah?
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
I'm sure we'll find it.
In there. Oh. Let's look into that one as well.
What?
Do you remember that Game Boy Color game I found?
The One Piece one?
Yeah.
It's on.
It's one.
Well, never mind.
Well, so keep forgetting to look into that one, to be fair.
Yeah, well, we keep forgetting everything we got lives. I Heard of it, just never played it. Well then, another new experience for most of you guys, isn't it? Because I think the only two players that I've seen who have played Soul Reaver are me and Prime. I think the first one I actually played was Defiance, so that was the third one.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered. But I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the Circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
The only PlayStation 1 games I know about are the OG Digimon World games. Yeah, so basically, I'm never playing Blood Omen. I watched a YouTube video of that, and my brain just went... Because it wasn't like like Soul Reaver 1. It was literally like, you decide, you pick something, you get a storyline, and it's like, what the hell am I seeing? Because you could pick a room, and then suddenly you've walked into death, and Kane's dead, game over, start again. And it's just like, what the hell did I just do? Gonna play Beyblade's PS1. You can stick it up your a-hole. No way am I going anywhere near that game again. I could never understand it, so no, I'm not. Right, I've got a choice. Either keep going or stop.
I will say stop.
Nearly an hour. Alright.
You've done quite enough, even for the YouTube pickup.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna leave it like that, guys. Because honestly, like Maddo said, I've done 3 streams now in 1. My game history starts at PS2. That's fair, that's fair. Everyone's gaming history starts at a certain area.
Switch.
Yeah, for you.
Not Switch,
For...
No, DS, technically. But properly, 3. 3 or 4.
It was 4 because I got you into Overwatch.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to call it tonight, because other than that botch, we finished Soul Reaver 1, we've now started Soul Reaver 2, so that means I've got another set to go to, brand new. And by the looks of it, Safi has somehow done the impossible, and gotten us 15 likes for Mario vs. DK. So that means me and Maddo will be doing that on Sunday now.
Yay!
And then on Tuesday, why not? I'll do Digimon again then. Because that'll just be like my after birthday stream, since yes, like we said, Monday, it's my birthday. Don't say the fucking word. I'm not interested.
He's out all pretty much. Gonna spend the day with me.
I'm spending the day with Meadow, and then my mum and Nan are taking me out for dinner that night, so I will not be around for any of that. So I'll do Digimon on Tuesday, and go from there.
Wednesday the 24th, I might be streaming. I won't know until between the hours of 2 and 4.
Yeah, so see what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, honestly, guys, thank you for dealing with the crap with me today. Honestly, please leave a like and leave a comment. I'm not kidding, guys. Apparently, we've got a new subscriber. Thank you to that new person if you see this.
I saw that underword, your cheek.
What was that?
Meadow, be honest, you don't want to do expert mode, do you?
Expert mode. We haven't touched it. Finish the story mode.
I couldn't. I tried one level out, but because of how long I was on the game, my head was frazzled. If I play a game for an extended amount of time, I do get knackered, tired.
Apart from when it's Yu-Gi-Oh, you're on there for hours.
Oh, don't. I've somehow got a track for that.
There you go. But yeah. So Sunday now it's Mario versus DK. Go from there. But honestly, guys, thank you so much for dealing with tonight with me. So please, when this goes up, leave a comment. And if you know anyone who might be interested in this, or in Digimon, or in whatever I put on my channel, please give it share it, and let's see if we can actually now get me up to 210, so 210 subscribers, and then we'll go up higher than then. I just want to get this. I want to get my birthday out of the flipping way because I don't care anymore.
Mark, don't, because we want us time. Yeah?
And honestly, I actually am going to let you guys in on a little secret. I will be adding another game to the stream set, and it's one that's apparently had a lot of controversy. Couldn't really give a shit. It looks good. I'm going to play it. So I'll let you guys know closer to the time. But yeah, again, like and subscribe, like and comment. If you're new, hit subscribe, share this, ring the notification bell out, share this to your friends and all that. Go check out my Twitter and my Discord, both links are in the description. Go check out more 1990. So, you know, yeah, everything's there. Yeah, same, my brain can only handle that much gaming a day. I relate.
Let's put it this way, I was on Disney Dreamlight Valley for 5 hours plus.
Dude, you've literally been on, you could be on that game all fucking day. You've done 8 hours straight.
I did a whole day, I know.
Yeah.
But if I don't take a break here and there, I will get brain fried. So.
But yeah, again, like and comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share this out, check out our links in the description. My name is Time Blade Gamer, she's been Meadow Fairy.
Night.
I'm going to bed. Adios, amigos.